and Vigilant. God bless.
Hey everyone, it's the Vigilant Christian Mario here for another biblical teaching. In today's biblical teaching, I'm going to be addressing the wide-held belief in our society that religion is responsible for wars. So this video today, I'm going to disprove that that's not true at all. And in fact, that's exactly what they want you to believe. The elite, the powerful secret societies, the Illuminati, the ones that are working to bring about the New World Order, want you to fall victim for this lie. It's very important because what they're trying to bring about is a New World Order. And that New World Order has a global economic system, it has a global political system that's new, and it also has a new global religious system, okay? And this is the one aspect that a lot of truthers don't seem to grasp. There's a religious aspect to the New World Order, and the new religion of the New World Order is an all-encompassing New Age religion where all paths lead to the same God. You can be Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, New Ager, it doesn't matter as long as everyone comes together. That's the new religion of the New World Order, so it's very crucial for them to eliminate Orthodox religions in the process of bringing about their new system. So that's why they have brainwashed us in our society to accept this lie, this ridiculous fictional statement that religion is responsible for war. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to debunk that completely. I'm going to play a clip, or actually the whole video, from Christian evangelist and researcher Chris White, and I couldn't have personally put a video together better myself. It's absolutely phenomenal at just disproving this ridiculous virus that's infecting our minds and our societies here. What I'll do is I'll just play the clip and I'll give you, my commentary at the start and also at the end. So before we get into the clip, let me just briefly explain a few things. It doesn't even make sense, okay? Jesus in the Bible is referred to as the Prince of Peace, okay? So how does the Prince of Peace tell us to go to war? He doesn't, okay? If you look at the actual gospel message, so what the Bible actually says, it says, thou shalt not kill. Jesus even said, if you get hit, to turn your cheek. He didn't say pick up a gun and decapitate the guy, okay? His teachings do not align with any violence or war. They're actually anti-war and anti-violence, okay? So what actually happens is crazy people who are politicians and presidents and kings of powerful nations, they utilized in the past the Bible in order to justify their military invasions. Were they following the Bible itself? No, not at all, because they would have first of all learned thou shalt not kill, and it wouldn't have went to war. It would have stopped there. What they do is they use the Bible and they say, listen, this Bible tells me that I can do this and I'm justified by God in this invasion, in this war, okay? Doesn't mean the religion itself is responsible for the war. A man utilizing a book that is anti-war for the validation of war is going to war. That's what's actually happening. So what we're going to do, I'm going to play the clip here with you, and like I said, at the end we're going to discuss, because it's ridiculous and it's got to stop. I'm tired of hearing this on YouTube. It's part of the elite's mind manipulation program to make you believe this ridiculous fabrication, so don't become victim to it. So I'll play the video here, and then we'll discuss it after.
I'm going to try to give you a brief look at some of the so-called religious wars of the past, and to show you that almost none of them were caused by differences in religion, but instead by elite groups who were using the people's beliefs to trick them into fighting wars for the state's own political, not religious agendas. And because of the control of the information, they were able to do this despite the fact that the wars were, in every case, against the religious beliefs themselves. Let's start with the Holy War that most of us immediately think of, which is the so-called Crusades. The Crusades were a series of military campaigns between the 11th and 13th centuries by the Vatican. The biggest thing to realize here is that the Roman Catholic Church is a political power that uses the religion of Christianity to achieve its various political goals. It's obvious to anyone that's looked into it that the teachings of Christianity are clearly opposed to war of any kind, for any reason. This is one of the reasons why the Roman Catholic Church, after it took over Christianity, opposed translations of the Bible into various native tongues for nearly 1,000 years. And it's also why all the services were said in Latin, a language almost no one understood. People of the world at that time had no access to information about real real Christianity. If the priest told them that God wanted them to fight in a war, they usually believed him. This is a terrible crime on the part of Rome. It is, in fact, mind control, and the Vatican deserves all the animosity that it gets. But please don't be fooled. This is not because of Christianity or because of the teachings of Jesus. I am, however, certain that that is what we are supposed to think, and I'll show you why in a moment. After the Bible was translated into English and was widely available to the public, many people began to leave Roman Catholicism. As Rome started to lose control, they killed many more people in what became known as the French Wars of Religion and the 30 Years' War. Again, these so-called holy wars were simply a political organization who was masquerading as a religious organization, trying to retain control of the population that it was now losing. The most ironic thing is that it was the real religion of Christianity that actually ended the Crusades. Once people found out what the Bible actually said, they realized how wrong war was and that they had been deceived. Another so-called religious war is the Japanese Shinto Wars. The same basic method was used in the Shinto Wars. Prominent Zen leaders perverted the Buddhist teachings to encourage blind obedience, mindless killing, and total devotion to the emperor. It was another case of the state using propaganda to get people to fight wars and to devote themselves to the state. They were simply deceived by those that had the ability to propagate ideas, the mass media, if you will. Let's move on to Islam. With Islam, you have a number of dynamics at work. There are many disagreements. But what is interesting is that the so-called jihad has no official status in Islam. In the West, jihad is often understood as holy war, but it has a broader meaning in Islamic theology. It can be striving to lead a good Muslim life, praying and fasting regularly, being an attentive and faithful spouse and parent, or working hard to spread the message of Islam. There are several things to consider about Islam as we know it today. There was an attempt by America and the West to radicalize Islam to fight the Russians in the Cold War. They did this through propaganda and through the education system. Arab state-sponsored education systems are often funded by Saudi Arabia and or international organizations like the United Nations, which even today continue to teach this new radicalized version of Islam. This is a good example of this system that we've been talking about in action today. For instance, Hamas TV introduced children to a new character. Nahul, the honeybee, is used to indoctrinate innocent Palestinian youth to hate and to become suicide bombers. He was beaten to death by an actor portraying an Israeli soldier. This is not the agenda of the religion per se, but more the agenda of the people who own the TV stations and the textbooks. As I said, the United Nations itself is not only complicit, but active in teaching innocent Palestinian children to hate others and to martyr themselves. According to its mandate, the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, UNRWA, the UN arm responsible for providing aid and education in the Palestinian territories, employs the school curriculum of Hamas. This means that 658 elementary and preparatory schools in the West Bank and Gaza are actively funded and operated by the UNRWA. It's another case of elite groups using propaganda to pervert religions for a political agenda. As I've tried to point out before in other places, the New World Order must abolish the Judeo-Christian religions in order to bring in the new religious system. They will cause a tremendous war. They're going to blame it on the Jews and the Christians and the Muslims. There might be a man that seems to rule over the war or the chaos and death. The most important part of that war will not be the war itself, but how the war ends. They will most likely bring in a person or persons who seems to defeat that system and that leader, defeat all the evil that we will have been enduring that whole time. This will include the system that we now call the New World Order. It most likely will also include some sort of false alien presence or another strange occurrence that could justify a new world religion, possibly even around 2012. This new person or persons will set up what looks like it will be a new utopia, in which all will be united in their new peace, as well as their newfound hatred for the religions of the past because of the scars that they will have believed those religions caused them through propaganda. this for a while. They have provided for us many of what Sigmund Freud's nephew Edward Bernays called rubber stamps. These are concepts that the state or the media provides in various ways to achieve knee-jerk reactions, usually one-line responses to certain issues. One such rubber stamp we have been provided to facilitate this ultimate goal is the phrase, "Look at all the wars that religion has caused."
Alright, so that's an awesome video. I'm going to leave a link for you in the description section, and I definitely encourage checking out other videos on that channel. That's the channel I went to when I was seeking heavily and got so much knowledge and truth from there, so go ahead and check it out. Now, that just basically laid out everything, okay? So a lot of people think that the Crusades prove that Christians go to war, when in fact, they weren't even Christian in the first place, okay? Like he said in this video, the Roman Catholic priests, they only had the Bible in Latin, okay? The people didn't even speak Latin. So that was why, and so to know what the Bible said, you had to go to the priest, and the priest could tell you whatever you wanted to control you. So the state has always been using religion. It's not religion itself that's the problem. The problem is state using this religion, which the religion itself doesn't even validate going to war. If you read the text, it's going to tell you that what they're doing is not right, and that's why they made sure that it was in a different language, so that once you did read it, and when people did read it, they woke up. So yeah, man, like, it's hardcore manipulation that's going on. And like he said at the end of the video, and I've been explaining this a lot on my channel, they need to eliminate the religions because they're bringing in this new age religion that we're a genetic hybrid humanoid that's created by the Nephilim gods, and they genetically modified us, and they're going to tie that all into a new age occult awakening. And in order to do that, you have to get rid of your religions, because they're going to engineer this chaos in the next couple years, probably starting at the 2012 Olympics this year. They're going to kick it off, and they're going to make everyone seem through the propaganda and the media that religions are responsible for the war, so that eventually we're like, wait, we got to get rid of religions, we got to get rid of nations, we got to come together, we got to unify. Okay? And this is part of the Great Deception. This is the part of the establishment of the real New World Order, how they're actually bringing it into existence. Okay, so you need to pay attention to these things. So this is the video for today, the biblical teaching. Just to recap, the Bible is not responsible for war at all. It is anti-war. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. He said, turn your other cheek. Crazy elite power groups who control governments in the past have used the Bible, not correctly, but have said that that's the reason, justified their invasions by it, and that's why you associate negativity to it. It's not the book itself, okay? So the book itself, you need to actually look and read into it and see that it doesn't say anything about killing anyone or going to war, okay? So this is the Vigilant biblical teaching of the day. Religions don't create war. It's a fabrication by the Illuminati to brainwash you into the acceptance of the elimination of fundamental religions in the establishment of the New Age world religion, which is an all-inclusive religion. And yeah, it's all part of the plan. Okay, and they got you in the palm of their hand. They're really good. You need to be vigilant, people. They're getting you at every single angle if you're not on top of this. So that's my job. That's why I make these videos. All right, so this is the truth, and I hope it was a blessing to you. So God bless each and every one of you, and turn to Jesus Christ, repent from your sins, and accept Him into your heart so that you can inherit everlasting life and conquer the Illuminati, so that you are not defeated by the enemies, the illuminated men who worship Lucifer, that you conquer them. So this is a Vigilant Christian reminding everyone to stay vigilant, and God bless each and every one of you.
Hey everyone, you're here with Vigilant Christian Mario.
Hello everybody. Get SocialCross now, today. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram are all becoming anti-Christian. They don't like Christians. Christians are being censored in Facebook and YouTube. Now, you can go onto SocialCross, which is a good Christian social media platform, which was made by Christians for Christians to use. Please download the app today. Now, once we download it, you open it. Once it's opened, okay, I'm going to let you go through all the features These are the features. See, you got posts, you can like, okay? You can like, you can comment, okay? And you can post stuff too. See? M-E-N. Amen. Now, there's also other bars too. You can search who you want to search for. You can make a post over here. You can chat with people. And this is your own profile here. Now get SocialCross today. Download it. Please tell your other Christians in your fellow churches about it. Tell everyone about it. Share it everywhere. And may God bless you all.